Welcome to the 24th annual Solstice in Times Square Mind Over Madness Yoga. Be sure to visit our sponsor tents in Yoga Village on Broadway between 47th and 48th Streets right after class for a showcase of cold beverages to cool you off and other offers from our partners. This class is being streamed on Facebook Live and Twitter at Times Square NYC, so text your friends to watch and check your feeds later today as well. Also, you can cool off at our misting tent on the south side of 46th Street on your way to our Yoga Village after today's class. And now, please welcome back Times Square Alliance President Tom Harris, along with event co-founder Douglas Stewart.
Thank you very much, Joe. Welcome to Times Square, yogis.
Yay.
Happy summer solstice and happy Father's Day to all the dads. It's our hope that you can find some calmness in the midst of the chaos of city life here today, and that you stick around or come back and enjoy all that Times Square has to offer. We'd love for you to make new Times Square memories. Today would not be possible without the hardworking men and women of the Times Square Alliance, so give them a shout out.
Yes.
For helping make experiences 365 days a year a little bit better in Times Square. This is our 24th year doing this yoga event, and it would not be possible without our partner, Douglas Stewart, who makes this event so much better by his presence. Douglas?
Thank you so much, Tom. Thank you so much, Times Square Alliance. And thank you all for coming to practice. As we practice our yoga, we open up to our harmony vibe, we open up to our steadiness vibe and our love vibe and all goodness and all oneness. And I'm glad that you're here to participate every year. Thank you so much. Enjoy your class.
Here to lead your class today, she has been a devoted yoga student practicing and studying all over the world, which led her to completing extensive certifications and truly learning the depth of work that she was meant to share in this lifetime. She guides public classes as well as private clientele in Manhattan and New Jersey, as well as hosts retreats both locally and internationally with offerings that have included France, Mexico, Spain, Iceland, Ecuador, Morocco, Italy, and Colombia. She has also taken her passion for fostering community and created a transformative yoga alliance certified 200-hour teaching program with over 100 graduates as of May 2026. Times Square, please welcome Erica Stanzione.
Good morning, guys. Thank you so much for being here. This is my first time on the Solstice lineup. I am elated. I am so grateful. I am so honored to be here. New York is my favorite city in the world. This has been my home for 20 years. So being here, sharing this with you today means more than I can even really express. So thank you endlessly for being here on this gorgeous day. I first just have to introduce, I have two very special ladies with me. This is Heather, and my dear Christine is actually behind us on the other stage. They're actually doing all the hard work for me. I'm just going to be, my teaching style is very musically driven, so we're gonna bump some jams, we're gonna have a lot of fun. I love to walk around and share my love and share my energy through hands-on assist. So I'm gonna be coming around and just giving lots of love to everyone. Please have fun today, guys. Feel free to dance if you know the music, feel free to sing along, and just enjoy this day. Thank you so much for being here. I am going to, of course, lead us through some breath work to start, to really ground us. Then I do have a little Dharma talk prepared to give our practice some context. And then, of course, we'll get our bodies moving. So I'm going to invite everyone to find a nice tall spine. Ground your seat. You might prefer comfortable cross-legged position, Sukhasana. Or if you're like me, my body gravitates more in a Vajrasana shape, knees and thighs together as you sit on those heels. So whichever feels more comfortable, stack those shoulders over your hips. Let's start with the palms face down to really ground us. And if it feels safe for you, go ahead, close your eyes. Before we begin here with some breath work or pranayama, just take a few really deep breaths. Allow yourself to land in this very vibrant day, this incredible event with contagious energy of all of these beautiful yogis, new friends, old friends. And if you are newer to the practice, we keep the lips sealed in order to contain all of that prana, all of that life force in the body. But just feel these full inhalations as we start to ground down, and these complete exhalations. Feel those shoulders roll back and down, really bring that expansion to the chest. And then we're going to start with a breath practice called Dirga Pranayama. It's a 3-part breath. With those lips still sealed, you'll begin to swell the lower belly, really bring that awareness beneath the navel. And there's 3 compartments. Inhale, belly, rib cage, and chest. And then exhale, chest, rib cage, and belly. Inhale, belly, rib cage and chest. Exhale, chest, rib cage and belly. And just continuing just like that. Sometimes I like to add a little visualization to this breath practice. When the inhalation hits the top of that 3rd compartment, maybe you retain the breath for a moment, feel that stillness in the body. Maybe you imagine a little flush, a little cleanse of the heart space. And then exhale completely. And just continuing like that, being mindful of your posture, shoulders back, not just to open the chest, but to start to bring that awareness to the heart space, that we're going to have a lot of soulful moments together this morning. So I want to encourage that awareness and that connection to the heart space right away. Any chatter in the mind, any commentary, just starting to feel the softness take over you. This is the true testament of presence. If you can find presence in the middle of Times Square in New York City, that is an incredible gift and skill. And just taking a few more moments here with that breath, that will set the foundation as we root down and, of course, prepare us for practice. You're welcome to stay with this 3-part breath, Dirga Pranayama. If it feels better to return to a natural breath in and out through your nose, you can start to just soften into that. And if it feels good, eyes can stay heavy here. I always like to say this in yoga, there is never anything to see. Even though we're in the middle of the city, there's truly, this is such an internal practice. There is nothing to see but a million things and sensations to feel this morning on your yoga mat as we do this very courageous work, energetically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Of course, physical will be there as well. So before we start to move our bodies, I created a little theme for today for our class. I thought, because we are so blessed to be here on the first day of summer, this gorgeous day, a season that is vibrant and filled with vitality, expansion, fullness, richness of life, beautiful long days, joyous days. With that, my friends, I created a title for this class today called The Courage to Shine. What I want to offer everyone the opportunity to do right now is to think about something recently in your life. Something that maybe has been gnawing at your heart, nudging your soul, something that has been percolating in your spirit, shifting within you. It could be a dream, a truth, a new level of confidence, maybe a creative gift, maybe a new sense of self, a healthier boundary, maybe a new sense of self-love, of self-worth, of self-respect. Something that's been percolating or stirring within you, but maybe you haven't quite yet embodied it, embraced it, fully stepped into it and owned it. My invitation for practice today is to, with all of the amazing energy around us, all of the tools of this practice that are deeply transformative, deeply healing, of course, crucial for our evolution. My hope is that practice today will encourage you and inspire you to follow that nudge in this season of life that starts today, to follow it, to lean into it. Every posture today where we are expansive and expressive, to allow yourself to boldly and courageously be seen, to let that heart shine in every single pose, to feel your posture, to exude that love for self. The fact that you showed up today, especially on Father's Day, to be here. What is it in this season of life that you are ready to expand, to give birth to, and to embody even further? Before we start to move, let's join our hands in prayer at Heart Center. You could spread the fingers nice and wide. This is called Anjali Mudra, the gesture of offering. And if it feels right to set an intention or a dedication, you might set an intention for your practice, for your day, maybe for the entire summer season. But if it feels right, honing in on this idea of summer, of vitality, fullness, richness, expansion. One more big belly breath in. Let's take a nice cleansing, audible breath out. Beautiful. Relax those arms by your side. Let's start to warm up with head and neck here. Melt that chin to the chest. Feel that sensation down the back of the neck. Take an inhale. And then roll the right ear towards the right shoulder. Take a breath in. Melt the chin back to the chest, and then take that left ear towards the left shoulder. We'll just start with those half circles. You're welcome to stay with those half circles. If a full circle feels right, go ahead and begin a few circles in one direction and a few in the other. Start to knead out any tension, any stress. Beautiful. Take 5 more breaths here as you move exactly like you. And then after your 5th breath, come back to center, parallel that chin to the chest. Inhale the arms up. First, gentle twist to the right. Left hand comes to the right thigh. Tent those right fingers behind you. Gaze is soft over that right shoulder as we start to stir up this energy in the body. Arms up, inhale. Take it to the left, exhale. Allow that twist to stem from the middle back, the thoracic spine. And back through center, inhale, arms up. Exhale, release those arms. Roll over those shins. Let's meet in a tabletop position. Go ahead, tuck those toes. Stack hips over knees. Stack shoulders over wrist. And we'll start with a few cat-cows here. Tuck those toes. Melt that belly. Inhale, heart forward, gaze forward. And exhale, reverse, untuck toes. Press the floor away, gaze towards navel. Good. Inhale, cow. Feel that arch. Exhale, dome. Feel that round. And then continue just like that. Beautiful. Inhale, cow. Open that chest. Lift that tailbone. Exhale, cat. Amazing, everyone. 3 more rounds on your own. It's starting to really link breath with movement. Breath always comes before movement. Back to tabletop, inhale. First child's pose, exhale. Seat to heels. Go ahead and give that lower back some love. Can you spread those fingers nice and wide? And just take up this space here. Feel yourself super grounded with that thorough, intentional breath. And now also grounded on the earth. Slowly come back up to tabletop, inhale. And we're going to make our way to our first downward facing dog, exhale. Adho Mukha Svanasana, feet or hips width distance. And take your time, bend your knees, pedal your ankles, shake that head yes and no. Good, start to elongate that spine. Now, of course, if those hamstrings feel a little tight or the lower back feels a little cranky, you can always keep those knees bent in any down dog today. Good, feel that lower back, feel that sacrum spread. Can you melt those shoulders away from the ears? Inhale. Very slowly tiptoe those feet forward. Good, top of the mat. Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Hips over ankles. Shift that weight into the balls of the feet and then catch those elbows. Good. You can relax the head and neck. Beautiful. Let that heart just yearn for those thighs. Gaze behind you as you decompress that entire spine. Good. Switch that opposite forearm in front and just feel lengthen breath. Lengthen spine. Length in those hamstrings at the back of the legs. Relax those hands down. First, flat back. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Fingertips are down, or you can bring those hands on the shins. Gaze is down, crown is forward. Gorgeous. Exhale, fold. Press down through those feet. Rise up, inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Arms towards the sky. Lift that rib cage. Hands to heart center, exhale. Good. Tailbone stays down. Navel draws towards the spine. Arms up, inhale. Forward folds, exhale. You got it. Inhale halfway, neutralize your spine. Exhale, fold. Rise up again, inhale, root to rise. Let that breath explore. Beautiful, hands to prayer. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, forward fold. This time, take a big step back with your right leg. Tap your right knee down. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Fingers interlaced on left thigh. Or if you want crescent moon, lift those arms. Big inhalation. Yes, you can hook those thumbs. Take a little lean back if that's for you. Really nice. Feel that left hip. Feel that right hip flexor. Take a big expansive breath. Hands down, exhale. Tuck right toes, lift right knee. Inhale, step it forward, exhale. Good. Inhale halfway. Exhale, relax that belly. Step back with the left leg. Tap the left knee down. Second side, low lunge. Feel that pelvis really descend as you start to find that sweet spot in your shape. Good, and then repeat anything from that first side. We're gonna start to rock in a moment, guys. Keep that breath nice and present. Inhale, hands down, exhale. Good, this time step back to plank. Inhale. Good, feet are hips width distance. Big breath in. Downward facing dog, pike those hips up. Perfect, breathe in. Little flutter of the lips, exhale. Good. Right leg up, breathe in. Step it forward, breathe out. High lunge, first one. Inhale, rise. Front knee stacked over ankle. Perfect, cactus those arms. Inhale. Left arm under right. Eagle arms. If that's too much, take a big bear hug. Elbows in line with shoulders. Feel that trap muscle spread between those shoulders. Good, as you feel that nice solid foundation. Send those arms back up. Inhale. Hands down, exhale. Plank pose, step back, hug that navel to spine. Feel those finger pads. Good, reach back through heels, reach forward through crown. Inhale, tap the knees down gently, exhale. Chest and chin follow, Ashtanga Namaskara. Into your back bend, baby cobra, Ardha Bhujangasana. Good. Exhale, bring it down. Keep those arms close to rib cage, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Perfect. Left leg up, inhale. Plant it forward, maintain that core control. Back up to high lunge. Hips are square, chest is proud. Good, you can always bend that back knee slightly if you have any lower back discomfort. Inhale, cactus those arms. Good, right arm slides under left. Elbows in line with shoulders as those palms join. Any degree that feels good for you. Great. And release those arms, send them up. Inhale. Hands down, exhale. Plank pose, step back. Feel this clean line of energy, crown through heels. Let's do one more like this together. Inhale. Knees, chest, chin. Exhale. Good, seat stays in the air. Lift up, baby cobra, maybe full cobra. Bhujangasana. Inhale. Tap that forehead down. Exhale. Breathe in. Up and back, downward facing dog. So good. Send that hip high. Shake that head yes and no if that feels good. Press that floor away. Light up those legs. Yeah. Plank pose. Inhale. Nice and fluid. Looking great, everyone. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Right leg up. Breathe in. This time, point those toes. Knee to nose. Exhale. Little center core challenge. Step it forward. Back to high lunge. Shoulders over wrist. Let's twist. Left hand down, right arm up. Stack those shoulders. Good. You'll bring that left hand to the earth, right arm to the sky. Stack shoulders, open chest. If a half bind is for you, right hand, left hip crease. Good, nice long neck. Right hand down, back to plank pose. Inhale, catch your breath. Beautiful. Option to stay with knees, chest, chin. You can skip every vinyasa this morning. If Chaturanga Dandasana is in your practice, halfway lower, exhale. Up dog, inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, downward facing dog, amazing. Left leg up, breathe in, point toes, knee to nose, feel that contraction. Step it forward, high lunge. Good. One more time here. Find that sweet spot. Find that foundation. And we twist. Right hand down, left arm up. Beautiful. Feel that buoyancy in the pelvis. Hug muscle to bone in that right leg. Yes. Left hand down. This time, breathe in. Step it forward. Exhale. Rise up. Inhale. Urdhva Hastasana. Notice that expansion of the breath as you come all the way up. Hands to heart center. Exhale. Arms back up. Big breath in. Take in this gorgeous stay. Exhale, forward fold. Plank pose. Step it back. Good. If that vinyasa is for you, otherwise let the exhale carry you right back to downward facing dog. Good. Right leg up, inhale, point toes. Knee to nose, exhale. This time, three-legged dog. Send that leg back towards the sky. One more time, knee to nose, hover. Step it forward. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. Back heel seals 45 degrees. Dial that right hip back. Press that left hip forward. Great. And then can you sit even lower as you stay? Nice. Good. Inhale. Hands come down. Exhale. Plank pose. Step it back. Take that steady pause. 3 to 5 breaths. And then you choose your journey to that dog, whether or not. Good. A vinyasa is for you. Never, ever mandatory. Let the exhale bring you home to that dog. And then second side, left leg up, inhale, point toes, knee to nose. Good. Inhale, reach it high. And again, knee to nose, hover for a breath. As softly as you can, step it forward. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. This side, it's left hip back, right hip forward. Good, nice, receptive, open hands to all of the blessings that are on their way to you in this season. Big breath in, hands down, exhale. Plank pose, step it back. Take that intentional pause to receive the shape first. Downward facing dog. Exhale, so good. Inhale through nose. Lion's breath through mouth. First time of practice, let that feel amazing. Again, breathe in. Lion's breath out. Good. Right leg up, inhale. This time, just keep that foot flexed. Hips are square. Step it forward, exhale. Back to warrior one. Good. Foundation first. This time, let's add some shoulders. Interlace the fingers behind you. Puff that chest up. Shine that heart bright. Inhale. Bow it down. Exhale. Devotional warrior. Right shoulder inside or on top of that thigh. Gaze under right leg for Bhakti Virabhadrasana. Good. And then inhale carries you back up to warrior one. Can you stay for the exhale? Maybe sit a little bit lower. Well done. Inhale. Hands down. Exhale. Plank pose first. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg up, breathe in. Plant it forward as softly as you can. One more, warrior one. Nice tall torso, long spine. Interlace fingers behind you. Knuckles down, puff that chest up. Inhale. Exhale, take it down. Good. Stay committed to that front knee over that ankle as you soften that gaze under that left leg. Head and neck completely relaxed. Press down through those feet. Inhale carries you back up, warrior one. Well done. Maybe again you sit a little bit lower, descend that tailbone. Breathe in, hands down. Exhale, step it forward, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, inhale. Keep those shoulders back away from those ears. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, Urdhva Hastasana, arms to the sky. And exhale, fold it down. Good, Uttanasana. Downward facing dog. Any flow is welcome. If you have a chaturanga jump back, you're welcome to take that as well. But give yourself 5 steady breaths. Once you land in your home base, In this inversion, your heart is literally working harder with the legs above the heart. Feel that heart getting stronger, bolder, more confident, more connected to you and what you are ready to lean into in this next season. Right leg up, breathe in. Step it forward, warrior two. First one, Virabhadrasana 2. Flip that front palm, peaceful warrior. Shanti, open up that right side body. Good, inhale. Cartwheel those hands down, exhale. Plank pose. Before we switch sides, let's add a little bit more heat. Inhale first, forearm plank, exhale. Good, you can interlace those fingers. Pinkies flush on the mat if that feels good. Gazes down for that beautiful, safe cervical spine. Press back up, plank pose. Inhale, shoulders over wrist. Exhale, hips high, excellent. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths, reset. Left leg up, inhale, right into warrior 2. You want that front heel to intersect. Center of that back foot. Gaze is soft over that front hand. Flip that left palm for peaceful. Chest open, gaze up. Feel that expansion. Inhale. Hands come down. Exhale. Plank pose, step back. One more time, guys. Forearm plank. Breathe through it. How present are you even when the sequence starts to challenge breath, starts to challenge body? It's temporary like everything else in life that is challenging. Amazing. Inhale, full plank. Exhale, send those hips high. Relax that gaze low. In your dog, let's hold here. Are those breaths still expansive and loving, honest, grateful for you, for showing up today, for consciously choosing how you want to start this vibrant, vital season of vitality and fullness, richness. Inhale. Gently walk those feet forward. Exhale. If your body says yes, kiss those big toes. If your body says no, you can keep those feet hips width distance. Either way, heels are anchored. First chair pose. Inhale, Utkatasana. Bend those knees. Tuck that tailbone. Good, draw that navel to the spine. If that's too much for your upper body, bring those hands to heart center. Nice. This will feel really good. Come up to stand, little reprieve. Lean it back, pelvis forward, gaze up. There it is. Inhale, heart up. Exhale, forward fold. Back to Uttanasana. Transfer that weight back to the balls of your feet for your forward fold. Relax here. Yes, with that gaze behind you. Halfway lift, inhale, tailbone back, crown forward. Exhale, fold. Back up, chair pose. Perfect. Can you sit a little bit lower? Keep that integrity in spine, in breath. And same thing, rise up, inhale, lean it back. Feel that yummy back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Looking great, everyone. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Few more rounds, you got this. Chair pose, inhale. Shoulders soft. Good. Big breath in. And rise up, explode up, guys. Good. Inhale. Take it down, exhale. Flat back, inhale. Feel that spine. Good, exhale, fold. Back up, chair pose. Let's add a little bit here to balance. Diverse pose. Heels lift, straighten the legs, sweep those arms behind you. Gaze is down, crown is forward. Excellent. Get back to chair pose. Big breath in. And diverse pose. Heels lift, straight legs. Feel those fingertips really reach behind you. One more round. Inhale, chair. And diverse pose. Can you feel a longer leg, a longer breath, maybe longer arms? Beautiful. And back to chair pose real quick. Inhale. Hands to prayer. Exhale. Good. With that lower body still in chair, take a breath in. Twist right. Exhale. for our chair twist, Pavrito Utkatasana. Yep, knees are stacked or parallel. Gaze is soft over right shoulder. Good. Back through center, inhale. One more time, hook right elbow, exhale. Gaze over left shoulder. Good. And back to center. Last chair, guys. Rise up, explode up, lean it back. We're gonna slow it down a little bit. First, a little bit more balancing. Inhale, hands to prayer, exhale. Perfect. Now, shift the weight into the left foot. Figure 4, right ankle over left thigh as you sit back into that imaginary chair. Right foot is flexed. Excellent. Beautiful, feel that right hip. Come back to that breath if you lost it. And then fire up that left leg. Come up to stand. Hug the right knee to the midline. And then plant that right foot down. Good. Arms up, inhale. Before we switch sides, fold it down, exhale. Heart leads, head follows with that gaze behind you. Good. Feel all 4 corners of those feet really firmly rooted. Then rise up, inhale. Hands to heart center, exhale. And we switch, standing figure 4, left side. Cross that left ankle, flex that left foot. Good. Try to choose, I know it's a little bit challenging, but try to choose a focal point in front of you, a drishti that's not moving. Amazing, everyone. Come back up, left knee to midline, left foot down. Reach those arms high, big inhale. Take it down, exhale. This time in your forward fold, let's add some shoulders. Stay in your forward fold, just interlace those fingers behind you. Palms face each other. Good. Maybe those shoulders shimmy closer. Maybe those palms gravitate, nice, a little bit closer. And then just switch the interlace, opposite interlace here, just to feel that balance between both sides of the body. And release, one more balance. Rise up, inhale, nice and explosive. Hands to heart, exhale. Fire up that right leg. Tree pose with the left foot, Vrikshasana. As you place that left foot on the ankle, shin, or inner thigh. Just be careful to avoid the knee. Hands can stay on hips. Hands can come to prayer. Maybe arms lift. Beautiful. Very nice. If those arms are up, inhale, hands to heart center, exhale. Steer that left knee forward, anchor that left foot down. Second side, tree pose with your right foot. Feel that beautiful posture. Choose your most authentic shape for you. No judgment. Gorgeous. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Hands to prayer. Exhale. Right knee forward, right foot down. We're going to pause in Tadasana, mountain pose, arms long. Spread those fingers wide, palms face forward. If it feels okay, close those eyes. As you return to where we started, this theme for class today, the courage to shine. What was it that you chose in the beginning of class? Something that's been percolating, gnawing, nudging at your heart that you can no longer ignore, you can no longer deny. A dream, a truth, a new level of confidence, a creative gift. a healthier boundary, a new level of self-worth, of self-love, of self-respect, that you are ready to unleash, share in this new season of life that is joyous and light, rich, full, expansive. Shoulders back, heart forward. I'm gonna get quiet here so you can listen to these really powerful lyrics. Breathe well. I'm going to also introduce 3 mantras here for anyone that this might resonate with. First one, I shine without apology. I honor the gifts I came here to share. I am worthy of living a life fully expressed. If one or any of those speak to you, the invitation is to internally repeat them here 3 times. I shine without apology. I honor the gifts I came here to share. I am worthy of living a life fully expressed. Feel those mantras, those affirmations saturate the soul here. As you bring your hands to prayer, take an inhale, walk your feet out mats width distance. 1 time today, exhale, seat to heels, malasana or yogi squat. Beautiful, guys. If you can, snuggle those arms inside those thighs, really open those hips. And then all you're going to do here is gently tap that seat down. Bring those legs forward, Dandasana staff pose. Flex those feet, tent those fingers next to your hips. Before we fold, let's find that tall spine. Let's bring that awareness back to the heart space, shoulders back and down. Summer is not the season to shrink ourselves. It's not the season to play small. It's not the season to hide your heart, your light, your love, your talents, your gifts. Feel that heart here. Feel that breath. The incredible blessing to be here today in the middle of New York City, the gorgeous day, healthy, able-bodied. As you send those arms up, inhale. Final forward fold, exhale, Paschimottanasana. Knees can stay bent. Hands do not need to reach for the feet. Let them land wherever they are meant to land. Gaze is down, but use the inhale to elongate the spine. Use the exhale to surrender the belly any amount. Standing series is done. We're going to take it down. And then 1 inhale, 1 vertebra at a time, slowly come up to sit. Bend those knees, anchor those feet down, reach those arms forward, little core control here. How slowly can you lower down? So lower back comes down, Good. Middle back and lower back. Well done, guys. Take a moment here to pause. For my friends in the sun, feel that warmth on your skin. Take a moment to really let the earth hold you. We just have one back bend left. We'll play with fish pose, Matsyasana. As you send those legs long on the mat, zip up those legs, flex those feet, heels down, toes up, and then slide your hands under your seat. Shift all the weight into your forearms. Good. Pretend there's a string above the heart. Draw the heart to the sky, but bring the crown of the head, very top of the head, on the earth, so the gaze is behind you. Beautiful. If anyone has the energy for more core control, you can lift those heels. Amazing. Heels come down. Chin comes to chest. And we have one twist. Send those legs long, arms long. Take a breath in. Hug the right knee into the chest. And then cross it over the body. Supta Matsyendrasana. You can tee the right arm or you can cactus that right arm. Good. So knee to the left, gaze to the right. Another very powerful song that I strategically put in here for you guys to hear. Let it wash over you. As you slowly come back to center, extend that right leg long, inhale. Hug that left knee in, exhale. And we switch sides, cross the midline of the body, gaze over left shoulder. Honor here the cadence, the capacity, the soulfulness behind the breath that you work so hard to create during your experience today. And then we'll slowly come back to center. We only have one more active pose, one more hip opener before a delicious meditation. So first, Supta Baddha Konasana. Kiss the soles of your feet. Splay the knees to the left and right. If this is too intense, you can always walk your heels further from the body. So the feet are completely on the earth, but the soles of the feet are together. Good. And if this is not for you, you can always bring your knees to the sky. Right hand to the heart, left hand to the belly. Now the invitation today, guys, if your clothing allows, can you slide your hands under your clothing? Make that skin to skin contact with the heart space, with the breath. As you continue to breathe well here, can you bravely ask your soul, what am I ready to share, unleash, embody, fully, hold wholeheartedly in this expansive season of life? Where are we minimizing our abilities, not allowing ourselves to shine or be seen? Can we use these exhalations in this moment to chisel away at maybe any fears getting in the way of you living your fullest, richest, most abundant life? Feel that beautiful energy under the right hand. Feel the blessing to feel our breath, alive, awake, present, grateful, under the left hand. And all you are going to do here is send the legs long, let the toes splay, release the arms long, palms face up, nice and receptive again to the blessings on their way to you in this season of life. As we rest in our meditation of Shavasana. Very slowly begin to deepen the breath. And start to introduce very small movements to the fingers and toes, the wrist and the ankles, the head and the neck. And then take your most expansive, loving inhalation of practice as you send those arms up and back. And exhale, hug the knees in. Give your body so much love here as you draw those knees into the chest. And just hold here for a moment. You might lift your head and neck. Give the lower back even extra love. And then softly roll to your right side. Let's take a pause here. If it feels okay, maybe you even keep those eyes closed in order to stay in this deep, sacred, meditative state. Maybe something was revealed during that meditation. Allow yourself to receive that for a moment. Maybe it was guidance to where we are being divinely asked to expand, to be seen, to be heard, to shine brighter, to share your gifts, your talents, your abilities, everything that makes each of you unique and special. As you slowly come back to where we started, your easy seat, your beautifully tall spine, your long, connected, grounded breath, soul that feels nourished, body and spirit that exudes all the love that you just gifted it during this last hour. One more time, right hand to the heart, left hand to the belly. For our mantras, whether one speaks to you, whether all three speak to you. I allow myself to shine without apology. I honor the gifts I came here to share. And I am worthy of living a life fully expressed. And then bring all of that beautiful energy that you cultivated today, both internally and collectively with all the incredible yogis here today. Take that energy now that you feel under your hands, bring them into our final prayer at Heart Center, and melt the chin to the chest. A big bow to you, to your body, to all that you courageously gave today, explored. I have said this since day one of my career, and I will say this forever. It takes a very, very bold and brave person to practice yoga and to go inward and do this work. So I applaud all of you endlessly. And sealing everyone's beautiful work, sealing our mantras, sealing our intentions, and closing our practice with the sacred sound of Om. As you first inhale to prepare. Slowly lift your gaze and open your eyes. Namaste, everyone. Thank you guys so much. It's been so fun. I'm so grateful. Thank you for being here. Truly such an honor, such a gift. Thank you.
Erica, thank you so much. You're radiating after that class, and
I'm
your
so
students,
honored.
I can just see them radiating too as they're packing up and leaving. Beautiful
Thank you.
class.
I'm so grateful,
Beautiful.
Douglas. Thank you. My adrenaline is like, I'm thinking so hard right now.
I loved how you were able to go all the way deep into the crowd and do a little bit of
Thank you.
hands-on and.
Thank you. That's my love language.
Yes.
Hands-on is really, really big for me, the way that I share my love and energy.
Yes.
So I hope it was received well.
Oh, I could see that it was received well, and you were doing
Thank
a
you.
lot of heart openers this time. Was that? I'm sure that was intentional.
Always, always.
Yes.
That's been my jam forever. It's
Wow.
just, it's so important.
What
I
a
think.
perfect setting for that. I mean, you open up to the sky and yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Everyone, it's. I always feel like it's the synergy of the collective energy. It's not just what I create; it's how everyone shows up beautifully, and I just feed off of everyone's energy as well. So
Yeah, well, that was very,
so
very
grateful.
apparent, and not only apparent, but I could feel that too.
Thank
So,
you.
I
Thank you
appreciate
for having
so
me. It's
much.
an honor.
Yes, I loved your mantras and affirmations.
I'm a big believer. Big believer in those.
abundance, joy, light, love. All
Always.
of those
The
are so
perfect season
they're
for that,
perfect
right?
seeds to plant.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank
The
you
honor
so
is all
much.
mine.
Yay.
Thank you.
Enjoy the Father's Day.
Thank you,
and
Douglas.
summer
Have
solstice.
a great class, and I know
Thank
crush
you.
it later.
7:30. Thank you.